Let's go to Chris Matthews on Michelle Bachmann. I would like to know where anyone is on defending, women, on the way that Michelle Bachmann and Sarah Palin are being thrown under the bus right now.
Wasn't the National Organization of, National Organization of
political
agenda, leftist
something or other. What about
something?
Yeah, they should be there. Look, I don't think Michelle Bachmann or Sarah Palin need it. They're not asking for it. They don't need some political hack organization to step up for them. But I would just like to point out there is a vicious attack going on with Michelle Bachmann, and the reason why it's happening, and the reason why people ignored Michelle Bachmann's address, the reason why she's getting attacked so hard is because Michelle Bachmann could run for president of the United States and she could win. The same thing with Sarah Palin. She could run for president of the United States and win. And that's why they're attacking these women. And the way they're attacking Michelle Bachmann now is disgraceful. Play the Keith or the Chris Matthews stuff.
And I think it is high time that we recognize the contribution of our forebears who worked tirelessly, men like John Quincy Adams, who would not rest until slavery was extinguished in the country.
Well, I don't know what to make of that, Sal. That's balloon head. That's not what our history was founded on. We founded on a constitution which includes treating slaves as three-fifths of a person. It went on all the way to the Civil War. We had compromise after compromise trying to avoid a war. We went to war and lost 600,000 people in the worst catastrophe in our history because slavery continued through the 1860s and only ended because of that war. And here's this woman you've made your spokesperson saying that somehow the founding fathers dealt with it. That's the one thing they did not deal with. That was the horrible compromise that was at the heart of our Constitution. Why do you put someone like this forward who is a balloon head, who knows no American history?
Okay, stop. I can't take him. I cannot take him. You know what, Chris? Let me play your game. You know what? You progressives say you only care about people's health. You want this health care. Well, you hold up FDR and TR, and Woodrow Wilson is one of the greatest presidents of all time. Yet you say you want health care. Well, you didn't do health care. FDR didn't do health care. JFK didn't do health care. You say you want to take care of the poor, but you don't really take care of the poor. Sure, you started with Social Security, but you didn't take care of the poor. You progressives are liars. You're nothing but frauds. That is the same argument that you would have to use, Chris, on your progressive movement for Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, anything to do with children's health, all your little stupid little food things that you do, all of it, because that's exactly the way the founders tried to get rid of slavery. The 3/5 law, and I don't hold this against you because you, sir, are a balloon head that was taught by a balloon head, and all you did because you're a balloon head was sit in your stupid balloon head Ivy League classroom and be indoctrinated by a balloon head and never ever used your balloon head to ask an intelligent question of the big balloon head in the tweed jacket. Now, if you would read something about history, Chris, you would know exactly why the 3/5. Explain why the founders put the 3/5 clause in the Constitution. When you can explain that, and I mean explain it with their own words because it was written down. When you can explain that, Chris, you'll realize, oh my gosh, I'm Chris Matthews, I'm a balloon head. You sanctimonious, self-important balloon head, America has had enough. Here are the exact words on July 5th, 1852, balloon head. Frederick Douglass said, quote, I defy the presentation of a single pro-slavery clause in the Constitution. Interpreted as it ought to be interpreted, the Constitution is a glorious liberty document, end quote. Or, Chris, was Frederick Douglass just too stupid to understand the Constitution? You see, He at first thought the same thing about the Constitution, then had a chat with Abraham Lincoln. They had a little chat. They talked about the Constitution. Hey, why don't you go back and really read it and look at it from this point of view, Frederick, because it's being distorted by balloon heads. And so he did. So if you want to disagree with Frederick Douglass, which basically you would be calling him stupid, calling him not intelligent enough, not up to your high Ivy League tweed jacket, balloon head, pipe-smoking nonsense. Go ahead. I'm going to stand with Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. And if I would have been so insensitive to do that on the day that the United Mine Workers were founded, I would be ashamed of myself for inciting. I mean, sure, look, Chris, you might want to, say whatever you think you say, but there's nobody listening. There's nobody watching or listening to you. Because I know, because I compete against you. And so there's 3 times the amount of people watching my show than your show, whatever it is. And so I know there's nobody watching you, but what happens if there's one crazy person watching you? What do you do? What happens if there's a pinhead and you're talking about a balloon head? Does the pinhead go pop the balloon head? You don't know, Chris. You don't know. I urge you to be more responsible because balloon heads could be popped by pinheads, and you don't know if there's a pinhead watching you. Well, I can almost guarantee that's all that's watching you. Is that helpful, Chris? I hope so.
I can't tell if you actually meant that or you just wanted to say balloon head 300 times. Because it is kind of fun to say when you think about it. I mean,
I can't. The only reason why they're doing this,
She's running for president.
Running for president.
And
not an Insider Extreme member yet? What are you waiting for? Sign up today at glennbeck.com/extreme.